Hey guys, Blackwing 2040 here, and I'm back to tell you guys. I want to share a little something with you guys. Now, a lot of you guys don't know this, but you know how I'm a huge DC Comics fan, and sometimes I don't like the route that they go with their characters. And of course, currently it's no longer the New 52; it's called DCU, which I don't understand why would they call it that. But what I'm here to tell you is I prefer the old days, the old pre-52. That's what I enjoy. So today's video is gonna be pre-52 versus new 52. Now, what can I say? I enjoyed the pre-52 storylines. Every single event, every single series that I've read, pretty much all the DC comics that I have are pre-52 DC comics. If I was gonna read New 52, all right, the New 52 is not bad at all everywhere. It's bad at some points. For instance, the only thing New 52 I've read so far was Justice League, Green Lantern, a little bit of Teen Titans. I didn't go that far. I was gonna continue, but I forgot where I left off, so who cares about that? I tried Red Hood and the Outlaws, and that just no. I tried Batman. I couldn't get into it. I really with Batman, the New 52 Batman comics. I tried. I did read Death of the Family, and it was a good story. And I read issue 40, which was the last part of Endgame, and it was all over the place some parts, but and and that was it. Those are the only New 52 comics I've read so far. But right now, currently, I'm only reading Justice League. That is it. Justice League is by far the only thing that's going right at the moment. I mean, some parts of the Justice League I didn't like for instance, adding Lex Luthor to the League and Captain Cold. Well, Captain Cold I don't really have a problem with, but Lex Luthor, you have Superman's arch nemesis part of the Justice League. That's what? I'm not criticizing Jeff Johns' writing, but hey, it's kind of a little strange. But right now, what Justice League is doing right now with the Darkseid War, it's going really, really good. Because the Justice League was the kickoff point of the New 52. That origin story, and from where Jeff Johns carried it all the way to it was now, especially with Forever Evil, that was probably the most dopest New 52 event I have ever read in my life. Because when I was reading the Trinity War, of course it was boring, but when I saw the Crime Syndicate walk through that portal, I'm like, oh my god, he brought in the Crime Syndicate. This is epic. And then I read Forever Evil. It was amazing. It was completely amazing to read. But with the New 52, it's some things they kept canon. They kept the Blackest Night canon. They kept Damian as the current Robin canon. Bruce became Batman. They changed a lot of characters' origins, like a lot. I mean, they changed a lot of characters' origins at the moment. What I don't like what the New 52 is doing, they're throwing some of their characters like out the window, just like they don't care about them anymore. Like Static had a New 52 series, only ran for 8 issues. That was it. Just like you just cast out Static, just right there in the blue. What else? There was a series called DC Universe Presents, and Black Lightning was in it. Another character cast out. Blue Devil was in it, cast out. That's a lot of characters are being cast out. And all right, take the Teen Titans for instance. I really don't like where they're going with the Teen Titans right now, especially with Tim. Tim is like being shown less potential at what he's doing right now, and I really don't like it. When the Teen Titans first started, they made Beast Boy's skin red. I'm like, is that supposed to be Beast Boy? Why is his skin red? But happily they changed it back. But what? Raven's costume is just, it makes her look like an actual Raven. I'm like, that can't be Raven. Like, that can't be Raven. Superboy. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started with Superboy. What did they do to him? What is DC doing with their characters now? Like, why? Why? I mean, Nightwing is no longer Nightwing anymore. He's now a spy. He's just called Grayson, which is. Uh, that's something iffy I don't really want to talk about. And another thing is that just some cool things I loved, like Supergirl becoming a Red Lantern. That was nice. But oh, and also during a Batman Robin storyline during the search for Robin, Two Face got killed off. Yeah, Two Face got killed off in that storyline. I don't know if he came back to life, but for right now, I think Two Face is dead. If I would find out something, I'll put an annotation somewhere stating that he's still alive. But for right now, apparently he's dead. And that's and now they're calling themselves the DCU now. Before that, they had some other stuff like Future's End. No one, I mean no one, liked Future's End. I tried to read it. I read through like the first 4 issues. I'm like, okay, this is getting boring. Just stop here. I thought it was gonna focus more on Batman Beyond going through the future trying to stop Brother Eye. It was, but it was too complicated to follow. And then after that, they kill off Terry. I'm like, you killed off one of the most original, I mean original DC characters ever created by Bruce Timm and Paul Dini, and you just kill them off. And now Tim Drake is the new Batman Beyond. See, it's like Tim is getting more fame, which is I kind of like. Tim being Batman Beyond, that's pretty awesome. But in the Teen Titans run, I'm like, I don't like this. Especially the Titans are not getting as much fame as they are anyway. They made Kid Flash an alien, which is beyond stupid. I'm like, what? It's just messed up. Really, really messed up. So that's all I can say about the new 52. Now, the pre 52 is probably the ice cream, the little cherry on top of DC. And pretty much every single story has been phenomenal from the first Crisis on Infinite Earths to Flashpoint. That's where it was all phenomenal. Crisis on Infinite Earths, Infinite Crisis, Final Crisis, then Blackest Night, then Flashpoint. Just it was magnificent. It was magnificent. We get pretty much. I gotta give praise to the Blackest Night because Jeff Johns had the greatest idea to bring every single DC character that was ever killed and bring them back as Black Lanterns. I'm like, wow, that was the most amazing storyline I have ever read in my life. And to be honest, the pre-52 shown a lot of characters. You had Blue Beetle, you had other Titans like Red Devil, you had other characters of the Justice League of America that after the Infinite Crisis there was a new Justice League of America volume. That is my favorite Justice League of America series ever because it showed what happened after the Infinite Crisis, how the League brought themselves back together, and then when Final Crisis came around, I mean, the League fell down a bit, and then it took Green Arrow and Green Lantern to Hal Jordan and Green Lantern to bring the League back up to its feet again. Dick Grayson became part of the League as Batman. Donna Troy joined the League. It was beautiful. It was just every moment was beautiful, and not only that, even the side characters got their time to shine. Nightwing had his own series back then. Tim Drake had his own series, and it was the most successful series ever. Why you think people say Tim Drake is the best Robin? Or that's probably me saying that probably sounded better in my head. But a lot of characters had their time to shine. Red Tornado had a limited series. Martian Manhunter had a limited series. Vixen had her own series. A lot of these characters had a lot of things to show for. Even if it was just for only a couple of issues, it was just like 6 or 7 or probably 13 issues. a lot of these characters had their own spotlight, which was beautiful. Now in the new 52, it's rarely getting that. You don't see that anymore. You really don't. And I really, it's just, it's hard for me to read DC Comics now because there's not really that much stuff to read anymore. I mean, come on. Batgirl had her own series. Cassandra Cain had her own series twice. And then Stephanie Brown, which is my favorite Batgirl, she had her own series. And then Batman, no, here's the thing. Action Comics and Detective Comics were both the longest running series in DC Comics history. Both of them. They ran for almost, well, Action Comics ran for 900 issues. 900, or no, I'm wrong. 904 issues. Tell me that's a lot of comics. That is a lot. And Detective Comics, I don't know how long it was, but it was, both of those series are both the longest running series ever. I kid you not. Ever. They're the longest running. So I say this because I enjoy the pre 52 a lot more. Better characters, character standpoint, character relationship, character development, great events, crossover events that bring the whole universe together. While the new 52, it just mainly focuses on some character standpoints, only a few. And I wish they could bring some characters into the new 52. Some, like, bring back, for instance, bring back Aqualad from Young Justice. Now, Calder made his first appearance in the Young Justice TV show. And when Brightest Day came around, that was the event after Blackest Night. Calder made his first appearance in the comics. That's when he first appeared in the comics. And then after that, he didn't make appearance in comic books after that. He only had like probably 13 appearances, I believe, and that was it. They're casting a lot of characters out. They don't care about some of these characters anymore, which is a shame. And it's painful. It's hard to read DC Comics, and that's why I I'm sticking with my pre 52. I'm only buying new pre 52 comics, and the only thing new 52 I'm gonna read is Justice League from now on. Plain and simple. That's all it is. Cause after Jeff Johns left, after Jeff Johns finished doing Green Lantern and New 52, it fell off. It really fell off. Hal is a renegade Lantern again. I mean, John Stewart and Guy Gardner have a series together called. They had a series called The Lost Army, and now they have another one. I think it's called Road to Oblivion. But other than that, I'm sticking with my pre 52. And I want to hear from you guys. What do you think is better for DC? Or what do you enjoy more of DC? Pre 52 or New 52? Tell me your favorite series that ran. Tell me your favorite characters that you loved from the pre 52 that you wish they brought into the New 52. And until then, I am Vengeance, I'm Darkness, I am Blackwing. Stay golden.